sets us straight for the day. Okay. So let's just settle into a comfortable seated posture. And I think maybe we'll do some 9-round breathing this morning. I just check, making sure that everybody knows what that is, how to do it. Okay, I'll just go through it. So let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. If your legs are crossed, if you're sitting in cross-legged position, you'll notice the sensation of your feet underneath your legs. And if your feet are flat on the floor, just bring your attention to the feet and the sensations at the soles of the feet, and maybe also at the top of the feet. Feel the sensations at the back of the legs and also the pelvic bowl. Just allow the weight of your pelvis to release into the chair. Notice the sensation of your hands in your lap. Perhaps the right hand is nestled in the left with the thumbs touching. They can also be just face down on your knees or just facing upwards. And then align your shoulders with your hips and your ears with your shoulders. And imagine your spine is a beautiful string of pearls of light, stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. So you're just lengthening your spine. And put some space in between those vertebrae. And then go to the top of your head, the crown, and relax your scalp. And just notice what happens to your face when you do that. And release a lot of tension in the forehead and the eyes and the nose and the face, your cheeks, the back of the tongue, the jaw, the temples, the back of the head. And then just put a little bit of length in the back of the neck. So you don't have any constriction just at the base of the occipital bone. Relax your shoulders and throat and chest and belly. Just allow all your limbs to release. And then bringing your attention to the sensations of the breath. So when we have lots of crazy things going on in the world and seemingly things you can't quite get your head around, we do have our breath. We can bring our attention to the soles of our feet. And we have this beautiful breath that's been with us since the day we first opened our mouth, the day we were born. It's there with us all the time. So notice the sensations of the air as you inhale and exhale. The nostrils around your chest cavity. And just being aware that your chest cavity and your lungs and your ribs, can expand 360 degrees. This is what we're designed to do. And maybe notice the belly. So when you're meditating, it's always good to try and protect your environment. So just being aware of any potential distractions, but also the sound. Can't always control that. So any sounds that arise, just try not to go off and investigate with the mind, just allow them to be there. And then check in with your mind this morning. I don't know if anyone's here from Europe, but if you are, it's this afternoon for you. So see how your day has been so far. And for those of us here on the West Coast, it's probably only been an hour or so since you got up, if that. So just check in with your mind, see where it's at right now. Try not to judge the thoughts or have opinions about what's in your mind. Just be that friend that you can be to others, just allowing them to show up however they are today. Just give yourself that space. However you're showing up today is totally fine. And then bring to mind some people of our life, our loved ones, our strangers, and then the ones we don't like so much. Remembering they're all equal. No matter how you feel about anyone at any particular time, they don't want to suffer. All the same like that. They want to be happy. And they all have this extraordinary capacity for a Buddha mind. So we're doing these little practices this morning for all these people of our life, and by extension, all the sentient beings. So bring your attention back to the breath. And this 9-round breathing is also called dispelling the airs. And it's a really excellent, exercise for just even grounding yourself. And when you do it on your own, it can take 3 to 5 minutes. So I'll explain the first round because many of you here have done it already. And then the second 2 rounds, the second and third round, you can do in your own time. So start by placing this top part of where the fingernail is, of your right index finger. And just place it on your left nostril and just closing it slightly. And then inhale through the right nostril, light. Imagine breathing in light. And pause at the top of the breath. And then exhale through the left, all of your dissatisfaction energy. It's all just an unhealthy attachment. Breathing in again through the right, light. Nice full breath. And then exhale through the left, all of your unhealthy attachments and dissatisfaction. Breathing in through the right, light. And pause and exhale through the left, all of your dissatisfaction. And then we just change hands, and this time breathe in through the left nostril, light. And pause, exhale through the right, any anger and bitterness and grudges. Breathe that out as thick black yucky smoke. Breathing in through the left, light. Pause, exhale through the right, all of your anger. Breathing in through the left, light. Exhale through the right, all of your anger. And just let it go. Just release this anger and this thick black yucky smoke. And you don't breathe that black in, you don't pollute any of your environment, it just disappears. And then we breathe in through both nostrils, light. And then pause. And then exhale all of your ignorance energy. So given that we're in a Tibetan Buddhist environment here at Tupta Nobu Ling, ignorance refers to not understanding or appreciating this idea of karma, cause and effect, this natural law. And then also, when we're ignorant, we see everything as being fixed and concrete, coming from its own side. And so that's sort of not quite the correct way of seeing things. The things are impermanent. Things are dependently arising. They do not exist from their own side. So just exhale all this ignorance out as thick, black, yucky smoke. And then you can think also conventionally that maybe you just don't know how to get somewhere without a map. So that's your ignorance of being able to go from A to B. So breathing in light. Exhale all of your ignorance energy. And then one more time, breathing in light again. Nice full breath. And exhale all of your ignorance. And then we'll start again, and the next 2 rounds you do in your own time, starting by breathing in through the right, exhale through the left, all your attachment, do that 3 times. Breathing in through the left, exhale through the right, anger, do that 3 times, and then both nostrils, ignorance. So we'll start round 2, and then you move on to round 3 in your own time. So wherever you are in your cycle, just bring the mind back to the breath and just feel. So I'll start the practice, and you can either meditate through the practice or you can join in. So we start with this little refuge prayer. Take refuge in the 3 rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge in the 3 rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge in the 3 rare sublime ones. May I become a Buddha to benefit transmigratory beings. And then it says, purify the truly existent I in emptiness, and your wisdom realizing emptiness manifests as a deity, and your emptiness is non-dual with great bliss. So let's just do because not everybody has permission to arise as a deity. So we can just do a very brief body of light meditation. So bring to the crown of your head a sphere of white light. And it's blissful and it's radiant. You may not be able to see it in your mind's eye. It's just enough to know it's there. And this light contains all the enlightened, blissful energy of all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas and all the enlightened beings in all of the universes, right there above the crown of your head. And this light begins to very slowly shrink in size till it becomes about an inch in diameter. And this little ball of light sort of dissolves into you through the crown of your head, passes your third eye chakra, passes your throat chakra, and comes to settle in the center of your heart chakra, your heart. And then it begins to expand once again. And as it does, all of the solid parts of your body begin to dissolve. The brain, all of your organs, the brain, the lungs, kidneys, gallbladder, spleen, pancreas. All of this dissolves into light. Your intestines, reproductive organs, elimination organs, all of this dissolving into light. And then your bones and all of that interconnective tissue and the fascia, ligaments, muscles, tendons, and then all of the blood vessels and your blood, excuse me, and lymph, the cerebral spinal fluid, and maybe even all your bone marrow, all becomes light. And your skin, the hairs on your body, the hair on your head, the eyebrows and eyelashes, all becomes light. Even your fingernails, toenails becomes light. So now just for a little minute, just meditate on your body as a body of light. And should a distracting thought or image or sound come to your mind, you just dissolve it into light. So now on your tongue, a syllable R, A-H, and it's standing upright. And this R transforms into a moon. And on top of the moon appears a white syllable Om, O-M, encircled by the white Sanskrit vowels standing clockwise. So you don't need to know necessarily what they look like. You can just imagine this white light, or you can imagine, the R vowels, the vowels of your own language. And the red Sanskrit consonants standing counterclockwise. And then the blue heart mantra of dependent relation standing clockwise. So now imagine light beams radiating from the syllable Om and the mantra garlands. And this hooks back all the blessings and the power of speech of those beyond and not beyond the world. So those beyond are the Buddhas and the Arya Bodhisattvas abiding in the Pure Lands, and the Arhats, and those who are not beyond the world are the yogis or the meditators up in the mountains, and the meditators just walking amongst us. So and then in the form of the 3 mantras, the 7 precious sublime objects of a king's reign, the 8 auspicious signs and the 8 auspicious substances, and they fill the whole sky. And these kind of all these precious things absorb into the mantras on the moon disk on your tongue, like rain falling on ocean. So as we recite the vowels, white nectar beams flow down from the mantra and fill your whole body. And just imagine all the negative karmas collected with your body from beginningless time, beginningless rebirth, completely purified. Om, a, e, I, u, ri, ri, li, e, I, u, ang, a, swaha. Om, a, e, I, u, ri, ri, li, e, u, ang, a, swaha. Om, a, e, I, u, ri, ri, li, e, u, ang, a, swaha. And now as we recite the Sanskrit consonants, red nectar beams flow down from the mantra and fill your whole body. And all the negative karmas collected with your speech from beginningless rebirths are completely purified. So this red light is sort of this beautiful iridescent crimsony red, like you might see at sunset. Om kakakaka nya, satsatagya na, ta na, ta na, pa ma, yara la wa sha ka sa hakya swaha. Om kakakakanya tsatsatagya na ta na na pa ma yara la wa sha ka sa hakya swaha. Om kakakakanya tsatsatagya na ta na na pa ma yara la wa sha ka sa hakya swaha. And then the heart mantra dependent relation. And as you recite this mantra, imagine blue nectars beams flowing down from the mantra and fill your whole body. And all the negative karmas collected with your mind from beginningless rebirths are completely purified. Homa ye dhamma hetu papawa hetun tekan tatagato hayavadat tekan sayo nirade evam vadi maha shramana svaha. Oma ye dhamma hetu papawa hetun tekan tatagato hayavadat tekan sayo nirada evam vadi maha shramane svaha. Oma ye dhamma hetu papawa hetun tekan tatagato hayavadat tekan sayo nirada evam vadi maha shramane svaha. And now you imagine we absorb the mantra. So the heart mantra of dependent relation absorbs into the consonants. So imagine now the consonants into the vowels, and the vowels into the syllable om, and the om into the moon cushion. And that transforms into a syllable ah. And the ah melts into pink nectar and absorbs into my tongue, which becomes the nature of a vajra. So your tongue becomes heavy and strong, as if difficult to move, and is indestructible as a vajra. So this is, I think the implication is here is your compassion is indestructible as a vajra. So generate strong faith that all the blessings and power of the speech of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, the Arhats, the yogis, and the sages have entered your speech and made it perfect. And think, my speech has become perfect. So you really have to kind of believe that. You have to have faith in yourself. So the benefits are, the Rinpoche love benefits. The power of your speech has become perfect. Whatever you recite is multiplied 10 million times. The power of your speech is not taken away by eating wrong foods, and gossiping becomes a recitation of mantra, which I think is just really lovely. So then we dedicate. May my tongue sense base have all the courage of the ones gone to bliss. By the magnificence and power of my words, may all sentient beings be subdued, and may all the meanings of whatever words I say be accomplished. I think probably they mean all the virtuous meanings of whatever words I say be accomplished. So we do have 4 minutes left, so we can do a little bit of blessing the mantra, blessing the mala. You have a mala, you have a rosary, you can just get a hold of that. And the first one is just blessing our mala. And this, we recite this one 7 times and we blow on it. And all the recitations we do of the secret mantras taught by the Tathagata are multiplied 100 sextillion times, 10 to the 23rd for the mathematicians out there. And this is taught in the unfathomable mansion of increasing jewels. Om Rachira Mani Parvataya Hum, 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 Om Rachira Mani Parvataya Hum. And then the mantra to increase virtue. So any virtuous activity you do is multiplied by 100,000, and this is taught in the Sutra of the Wheel of Complete Dedication. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. Om Sambara Sambara Bimanasara Mahajava Hum. Om Smara Smara Bimanaskara Mahajava Hum. And then the exalted stainless beam, totally pure light mantra. Nama nawa nawa tinan tatagata ganganam divalokanan koti niu to shatasa shranan ombabari tsari ni tsari mari galasala svaha. Nama nawa nawa tinan tatagata ganganam divalokanan koti niu to shatasa shranan ombabari tsari ni tsari mari galasala svaha. Nama nawa nawa tinan tatagata ganganam divalokanan koti niu to shatasa shranan Ombabari tsari ni tsari mari gala salawari svaha. So this purifies all your negative karmas. And just hearing the voice of a person who's recited this mantra, when you're touched by their shadow or touching their body, purifies negative karmas collected in this and past lives. And you won't be harmed by poisons, spirits, lightning, and so forth. And when we read that, you sort of think, haha, but actually people are harmed by lightning and poison. So all the Buddhas will protect you, Chenrezig will look after you, and all the Devas, where are we? All the Devas and those who are living in the Samaya will support you. You won't be harmed by black magic, mantras, rituals, and substances. And if this mantra is put inside a stupa, the negative karma of anyone who sees the stupa, hears of it, touches it, or is touched by earth, dust, or wind the wind that has touched it are purified. And they won't be reborn in lower realms. Instead will be born as happy transmigratory beings. I mean, that sounds kind of amazing. Okay. And we'll just do this one a couple of times, or 3 times. Om Shri Yade Savatatagata Shridaya Garbazola Dhammadhatu Gabi Sangharana Ai Sangshadhaya Papam Savatatagata Samendra Ushnika Bimali Bishodi Svaha. Om Shri Yade Savatatagata Shridaya Garbazola Dhammadhatu Gabi Sangharana Ai Sangshadhaya Papam Savatatagata Samendra Ushnika Bimali Bishodi Svaha. Om Shri Yade Savatatagata Shridaya Garbazola Dhammadhatu Gabi Sangharana Ayu Sangshadhaya Papam Savatatagata Samendra Ushnika Bimale Bishadi Svaha. So there's 2 benefits to this mantra. It purifies the 5 heavy negative karmas without break of anyone who hears it. The second is because it's a very powerful mantra for consecration. It can be used to consecrate holy objects, as well as rocks, trees, mountains, and so forth. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your attention today. Lots of love. And there's a message here. Okay. Thank you, John. All right. And thank you, Mary, for hosting. And I'll see some of you this evening. We're doing session 4 of the Introduction to Mindfulness course through the Shandy Davis Center. So if you wanted to come along and do that, you're very welcome. And then also tonight we're doing, of course, the Vajrasattva at 8 o'clock. So come along to that as well. All right, everybody. Lots of love. Thank you very much. And I will see some of you later. Okay.
Thank you, Venerable.